Breaking news! Boston Wine Coven, we are coming to your city.
We're coming to Boston.
We're coming to Boston. We have a jam-packed weekend planned, starting with a live show at the gorgeous, incomparable Virginia Wimberley Theater on Friday, July 18th. And listen, you know I have a lot of family and friends in Boston, so you're going to want to...
They're very loud.
They're loud and they are hungry for wine and crime, so you're going to want to snag your seats before they freaking take them all. The show is very, very likely to sell out. VIP ticket holders get preferred seating, a signed Gals poster, and access to the post-show Q&A. And if you are an Uncorked subscriber, keep an eye on your email because we're going to be sending you an exclusive pre-sale link to get the best spots first. So snag your tickets either through that pre-sale link as an Uncorked subscriber or head to our website, wineandcrimepodcast.com. But wait, there's more.
There's so much more.
So much more.
We are so thrilled to be attending the True Crime Podcast Festival in Boston on July 18th through 20th, 2025. This is the only festival that brings together true crime creators, experts, and advocates to promote compassion, empathy, and respect in the stories we tell and consume.
Hear, hear.
It's very important. We're having the conversations that need to be had.
Listen, I'm doing a panel on Luigi Mangione and the media, so you're not going to want to miss it.
No.
It's going to be Buck.
This immersive weekend is packed with live podcasts, panel discussions, the Luigi Mangione thing with Amanda, meet and greets with some of the most talented creators and fierce advocates in the true crime space. I am so thrilled. We were at this festival last year in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So many great people.
Oh my God. It was honestly unbelievable and so intimate an experience. Like, we are just sitting in a room with all of y'all, like talking face to face and really breaking down these cases. It's really incredible.
Plus, if you go VIP, you'll get exclusive access to private meet and greets and a catered social where you can just mingle with your favorite creators. It's so fun. Tickets are selling fast and hotel rooms are booked up quickly, so do not wait on this. Use our exclusive code COVEN for 20% off and grab your spot now at truecrimepodcastfestival.com.
We'll see you in Boston!
See you in Boston!
Wine and Crime contains graphic and explicit content which may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Listening to Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. It's Lucy's birthday as we record this episode of Wine and Crime, the podcast where two friends chug wine, chat through crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents. Happy birthday to you. Gorgeous harmonies. Absolutely. I did not know that I was going to do that. I didn't plan that.
That was just a pure stroke of genius.
But it is your birthday.
It is my birthday.
I'm so excited that it's your birthday. That it's your birthday. Your fucking birthday.
The big 3-8. It's a very round age.
Every time you make a joke, I'm going to play this.
Please do.
Please,
my ego's gonna burst.
I can't wait.
I had the best Lyft experience yesterday because we went to a Iowa Cubs baseball game. Look at me, I'm a new woman. I went for the it was dollar night.
Sorry, continue.
So my driver on the way there, it came up pretty much immediately that today was my birthday. So like tomorrow was my birthday.
Uh-huh.
He, for some reason, already had like preloaded on his phone a YouTube video of the birthday song. Like it took him 3 seconds to look at it.
Duh.
To look it up. So he played me happy birthday and that was really nice. And then on my way home, I had a driver who it said was hard of hearing. And usually that just means that they're perfect. They can hear just fine. They just don't want to talk to their passengers. He was actually hard of hearing, and I got to practice my ASL. Thank you.
Oh, very nice.
So it was good all around.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, it's been a great birthday so far and a great night before.
You've had a wild time.
And now we're recording.
And now we're fucking recording. But you've got plans for tonight, right?
Yes, actually my Latin friend Ben is going to pick me up after this, and we're going to the Picker Nose.
Oh!
It's an antique mall for those who don't know.
It's the best antique mall. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm so sweaty from furiously vacuuming. I have to adjust my fan to be spraying directly onto me.
Spraying.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Got it. Oh.
Get that spray, girl.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
There we go.
The Picker Nose.
Speaking of picks.
Oh, yeah. Today, for this is episode 429, and it comes to us from a very special fan pick from a fan picker, Mel Gantes, who has chosen bullshit laws.
Yes.
There's a lot of them.
Yes, she has. Thank you, Mel, for sharing your story with me as I scheduled your fan pick. We're going to get deep into some ragey things, but my topic isn't, we talk about bullshit laws all the time. So I'm going to be talking about one very specific, set of bullshit laws.
And then I am going to balance out this episode with something that is purely stupid.
Great.
And very fun, in my opinion, and lighthearted.
It's like a beyond stupid, our legal system.
Kinda, but mine is in the form of a quiz. And I
love a good quiz.
I know you love a good quiz. It's not a multiple choice quiz, though, so you might hate this quiz. And I did make...
I'm a smart girl.
You are very smart, and I did make a PowerPoint presentation to aid in your quest.
Bitch, you know I love a PowerPoint.
I know you do. Although I will say this is just so that you can read the question and receive the answer. It has nothing else very exciting because I formulated it late last night into early this morning, and then at about 20 minutes before we were scheduled to record, I was like, oh, I should make a PowerPoint. So I just had to throw it together. Then I had to vacuum. Then I had to reposition my fan.
No wonder you're sweating.
I'm soaked. I'm also drinking a hot beverage, which reminds me, we should get to the wine crime pairing.
Why are you drinking something hot right now? It's 90 degrees outside.
Listen, I'll explain.
Okay.
I'll explain.
Are you well? Are you sick?
No, I'm definitely not well, but I'm not sick.
Okay.
But I'll just, I'll just explain now. So I'm drinking a golden milk latte, which is like turmeric,
my favorite,
and ginger and honey and cinnamon. And we have been traveling so much and just like go. And I have been good. I got sick for like 24 hours in Greece and then bounced back and then had diarrhea the whole way home, but then bounced back. But we're going to be, maybe by the time this airs, it'll be like pretty much happening. But we're going to be heading to Boston for a big festival and our live show. If it's not already July 18th, please get tickets because they are going quick.
It's July 17th that this episode comes out.
Our show is tomorrow. You should check and see if there are any tickets left. But I'm just trying to preemptively be very good to my immune system right now. So I'm barely touching any alcohol. I had like 2 sips of sake last night. I am hitting my Benjamin. But I just wanted to drink something that was like
healthy.
I'm having one of these once a day. So it's a morning, early afternoon bev. So that's what I'm personally drinking. But that's not what Mel wanted us to shout out today. So this is very exciting because we get to both honor the fan picker and the birthday girl with today's pairing.
Oh my God.
Today's recommended pairing is from a winery that Mel wanted to shout out called Storyteller Wines. And I don't know why, they're out of California. So I don't know why when I read their homepage, in my head, I could only hear it in a Southern accent. But now I can't read it any other way. So here we go. Storyteller
You sound like Paula Deen.
Wine for friends, fables, and front porch moments. You know why it is? It's because we watched The Valley this morning.
Oh,
I can
totally.
only hear Brittany in my head.
Date night.
Date night, rotten hell.
Rotten hell.
Sonoma wine country is brimming with fables of varying degrees of truth, passed down through the generations, usually aided with a celebrated local wine. Storyteller Wines encourage your stories to unfold in ever more fantastic versions. So I am pairing today the first wine listed under our wines. It felt like kismet. Was their Storyteller Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, for God's sake.
Aromatic hints of summer grass and flavors of pineapple and tropical fruit fill out the mid-palate and finish fresh. This medium-bodied Sauvignon Blanc pairs well with mussels, panzella, with asparagus, or whole fish roasted with potatoes.
We're definitely getting oysters tonight for dinner. We'll have to get a white wine.
You will. The ABV on this bottle is 13.5%. She is a 2022 Sunset Magazine Wine Competition Silver Medal winner.
Wow.
She is also a popper, so you are going to want to clutch your Wine and Crime Podcast wine key, whether it be the iridescent XOXO, the Wine and Crime Gals wine key, or a more original throwback of the Nice Pop matte black wine key.
With a red worm.
With a red worm, a spiral worm. And you can acquire your own spiral worm at wineandcrimepodcast.bigcartel.com. But if you are interested in learning more and maybe ordering some Storyteller wine,
this accent isn't even real. It's not ordering.
If you can head to winefables.com. That's WINEFABLES.com. And you pour yourself a nice glass of Storyteller Sauvignon Blanc with your whole fish and your roasted potatoes.
And that's something you can hang your hat on.
And that's a laugh you can hang your hat on. God, I wish Paula Deen wasn't such a piece of shit.
Monster.
Because her accent, I mean, I love a Southern accent. I love it so much. It's like a warm hug.
She's got a very specific one.
Oh my God. And I love the kinds of Southern accents where it always, no matter how sincere you're being, how lovely you are. Southern folks are so nice. Okay?
Nice.
We've had many lovely interactions with y'all in the Deep South. But, like, there is a specific, it's more of like a Savannah kind of like, you know, whatever Southern accent. That's not obviously what I was doing, but it's an accent that everything that comes out of anyone's mouth sounds like they're throwing shade at you. It just like
sounds so condescending.
So mean.
That's my favorite too.
Love it. Oh, bless your heart.
Well, that is condescending.
I know, but I didn't know that until like a few years ago. And so I used to say it in earnest here in the Great White North, not knowing it really meant like, oh, fuck you, you stupid piece of shit.
I say, oh, bless him.
Bless him. Bless him.
Bless their
So,
hearts.
yeah, get yourself some Storyteller. This does look incredible. They also have a lot of other really great wines. They do have a Chardonnay. They have a Pinot Noir. Oh, a 14.1% ABV Pinot Noir. Hello. Hi. They've got a Cab Sauv. They've got a red blend. They got a Zinfandel. Oh, yeah, it's California. Yum. Of course they do. Merlot, Gorge, Russian River Valley Pinot Noir. I bet that's fucking awesome.
You know what I just remembered I have in my fridge right now?
What? Rocky?
What?
Rocky.
Oh, I thought you meant like Rocky. It's like he's not in my fridge.
Like Rocky Raccoon.
No, a bottle of 2018 Sancerre. I associate Sancerre with like my birthday
As well
celebration.
you should. It's a gorgeous, delicate wine with a lot of complex layered flavor.
Yes, it's beautiful. I pulled it out of my wine rack the other day. It was dusty.
Yeah,
I was
you're like, I'm going to
"Ooh."
blow this off and chill it.
chill it.
For my birthday.
I'm going to blow it and chill it.
Oh, send me a pic of that later. Drink that at golden hour on a patio.
That's exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow. Golden hour on my porch.
Oh, God, yes. Perfect. Perfect day. All right, well, Len, let's get to it so that you can get on with your perfect day. And thank you, winefables.com, Storyteller Wines. Get yourself some Storyteller Sauv Blanc. Let's take a quick break to hit the pendulum, pour the glass, and then dive into the tragedy that Lucy has and then the humor that I have.
Yeah, it's a good balance today.
Yeah, wow. We have to balance each other. All right, we'll be right back. Unless you're an Encore subscriber, and then you are going to skip this part because you get your episodes ad free. Here we go. Y'all, it's hot. Okay, it's sweaty. It's a sweaty time. We're not wearing the bulky sweaters. We're building for comfort and breathability. And I'm telling you right now, if you're a boob haver, start with your bra. You got to be about that life, about staying cool, staying comfortable, and also staying supported. You don't want these things just flapping in the breeze when you're out trying to get your stuff done. And that is where Honeylove's cutting edge bra innovation comes in. So if you are still dealing with underwire pokes or bulges or uniboob or bulk, you need to listen. It's time for an upgrade. Honeylove makes the best wireless bras that really do feel like a second skin. We've both fallen asleep in these Honeylove bras more than once. They are lightweight, they are breathable, they are perfect for hot summer days. And for whatever you're wearing, whether you're rocking it under a t-shirt, a tank top, a breezy dress, these bras give you just the right amount of lift without the squeeze, thanks to years of research, development, and testing. It's the ultimate bra experience. And when we say comfort, we mean it. Honeylove's signature support comes from smart design, not the wires, not the bulky padding. It's all the shape and hold that you want without any of that extra stuff that you do not need or want. And once you try it, you will never be able to go back. I'm telling you right now. So ditch the discomfort. Please say goodbye to underwires. Like, what are you doing, babe? Treat yourself to the summer support that you deserve with Honeylove. And for a limited time, you can get Honeylove on sale. So treat yourself to 20% off your entire order by heading to honeylove.com/wine. And you can support the show. You can check them out. And you just get that little discount because you deserve a glow up in your bra game.
I'm a crossover bra baby.
Me too.
But I'm really excited to try out their new Cloud Embrace bra. Yeah. Life's too I'm at an age I don't want to live an uncomfortable life.
No, and you don't want the back bulge from the bra, but also that's an indicator that your bra is like not stable enough to offer support. You need support from the waistband of your bra, and if it's bulging out, then it's not giving you proper support.
So treat yourself to the most comfortable and innovative bras on earth and save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/wine. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/wine. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent ya. Experience the new standard in bras with Honeylove.
You folks know I have the object permanence of a tiny baby, so with purchases included, when it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So I will sometimes look at my banking and be like, oh, my matcha budget definitely is getting close to being over, or oh, I definitely got that free 30-day subscription for that service so I could binge that show, and now I have not even opened that platform since. And so Rocket Money is just like the adult in the room. She helps you spot those patterns so that you can do something about them and you can keep more money in your pocket.
And that's what we're here for, isn't it? Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. We all want to grow our savings.
Sure do.
And Rocket Money not only helps you find and cancel these things, but I mean, I'm not the smartest person on earth. I keep repeating the same behaviors.
I don't work in finance.
I don't work in finance. I sign up for dumb subscriptions more than I should, and Rocket Money just helps me stay on top of it. Also, if there's unusual spending, or if you're spending more this month than you did last month, they'll give you a little.
If bills go up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If any of your bills go up, They'll send you a little email, little notification. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. So they automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. And then you can be like, hey, will you do this for me? And they'll be like, yeah, I'll deal with customer service for you. Thank you. Millennial approved.
Yeah.
Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features.
So cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Download the Rocket Money app and enter our show name, Wine and Crime, in the survey so they'll know we sent you. Don't wait. Download the Rocket Money app today and tell them you heard about them from our show.
Attention, all renters. All renters, please stand up. Don't really. Don't do that to yourself.
You don't have to do that.
If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to, so you can thank me later. Earn your favorite airline miles and hotel points through Built just by paying your rent on time. Amanda, explain to us this magic.
Listen, it works so beautifully well. There is no cost to join, and just by paying rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and more. And when you pay rent through Built, you unlock 2 powerful benefits. First, you earn one of the industry's most valuable points on rent every month. No matter where you live or who your landlord is, your rent now works for you. Second, you gain access to exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. So Built's neighborhood benefits are things like extra points on dining out, or complimentary post-workout shakes, or free mats or towels at your favorite fitness studios, and unique experiences that only Built members can access. And when you're ready to travel, Built points can be converted to your favorite miles and hotel points around the world, meaning your rent can literally take you places. So if you're not earning points on rent, our question is, what are you waiting for?
Start paying rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/gals. That's JOINBILT.com/gals. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/gals to sign up for Built today.
All right, welcome back. Birthday girl, Lucy. We never said our names. That's Lucy. I'm Amanda. Whatever, it's fine. You know who we are. Okay. You know who we are.
You know by now.
What do you have planned for us today for Bullshit Laws?
Well, Mel,
Yeah.
like I said, wanted me to cover a specific thing. And this subject might be especially pertinent right now due to our swiftly crumbling democratic institutions. So thank you, Mel, for the timely topic. And to start on a little bit of a light note, Mel sent in some pictures of their 4 kitties. There are photos on the drive.
Oh my God. Move. Everybody move.
The big fluffy gray is named Andre.
Oh,
The sweet Siamese gal is named Carol.
her little bandana.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And then the black ones are Tina and Louise.
Oh my God. They're what is it called? Charging.
Stunning.
They're charging in the sun like crystals.
Oh, yeah. They're rusting.
Oh my God.
When a black cat is in the sun and they look kind of brown, that's called rusting.
What?
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. All of your cats look so healthy. Holy shit.
You must feed them smalls. But actually, yes, they do look really healthy.
Not that I'm like concerned about the health of either of our cats. These cats are just like exceptionally gorgeous.
Yeah.
They look like
Ghostface
models.
is really rickety these days.
She's old. It's not her fault.
She's as old as the hills. She'll be 18 this year.
Which might...
In August.
No, the Hills TV show is... Wait. She might literally be as old as the Hills. Hold on. Hey, Siri.
No. The Hills was like
When
2005.
did the Hills television show debut?
The Hills television show
2006.
aired on MTV from May 31st.
2006.
Well, that was only 19 years ago. She's almost as old as the Hills. Oh, baby.
My God.
You're as old as season 2 of The Hills.
Which are all on Paramount Plus.
Yes. Oh, thank God. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I have to text my Latin friend, Ben, quick.
Yeah.
Might be closer to 3. Also, I said 2:45, not 2:30, Ben. He always arrives early.
I thought you
God love
said
him.
you didn't have plans till 4.
I did.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's
fine.
do this.
Okay, so those are the kitties. Mel wanted me to discuss laws banning interracial marriage, which are called I'm not 100% sure I know how to pronounce this, anti-miscegenation laws. Miscegenation. I Googled it. Miscegenation.
Did you Google it with the word pronunciation and find a video of them saying it?
I did, but the guy in the video was literally French with a really thick French accent, so I didn't quite trust it.
Yeah, the emphasis is on nay, so yeah, miscegenation.
Miscegenation. Okay.
Miscegenation. Okay, we've learned.
So these enforce racial segregation at the level of marriage and intimate relationships, so like having babies, by criminalizing interracial marriage and sometimes also criminalizing the actual sex act between members of different races. Miscegenation comes from the Latin miscere, to mix, and genus, which means kind. So you're mixing kinds. This bullshit word was coined during the American Civil War in December of 1863 when an anonymous propaganda pamphlet was printed and distributed in New York City.
Like, if you're gonna be racist, just say it with your whole chest. What is this anonymous nonsense, you little cuckboy bitch?
It was a hoax. The whole thing was a hoax.
Oh, so it's like The Onion.
They were basically trying to frame Abraham Lincoln and the Republicans, who at the time, the Republicans were more associated with the North and the Democrats were more associated with the Confederacy.
Right.
So this pamphlet was titled Miscegenation, the Theory of the Blending of Races Applied to the American White Man and Negro. There are lots of words in this segment that I'm not fully comfortable with, but historically they are the more accurate options.
Right. And some we will say in that context, and some we will never say in any context.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
There are some, I have a hard line. But so that was the title of this pamphlet. It purported to advocate the intermarriage of whites and blacks until they were indistinguishably mixed. So this pamphlet was like, it's great because then our whole society will be homogenous and everyone will be the same. And that's the goal of the Republicans and Abraham Lincoln.
Right, which is the fear-mongering that current Republicans... I always see those, like, AI... Now they're all AI videos or whatever of, like, this is the future the liberals want. And it's just everybody's brown and, like, at a gay pride parade. And, like,
I
we're
know.
like, actually, kinda.
They look like they're having fun.
Yeah. People look pretty stoked to be at Pride.
Yeah. Okay, so like I said, the pamphlet was a hoax that was concocted by the Democrats on the side of the Confederacy to discredit the Republicans by crediting them with what at the time were really radical views that definitely offended the vast majority of white people, even those who opposed slavery.
It's so crazy how it used to be anonymous pamphlets and now it's memes and AI generated content. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
Just in really gross, dystopian, futuristic packaging.
This was 150 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
it was yesterday.
We have not changed much.
No, we'll get to it. God. So the next year was an election year, and Lincoln definitely made sure to say with his whole chest that he supported the laws of Illinois, which forbade, quote, the marrying of white people with Negroes.
Yeah.
Going a bit further in 1858, which was a few years prior to this, Lincoln stated, quote, I am not, nor ever have been in favor of making voters or jurors of Negroes, nor of qualifying them to hold office, nor to intermarry with white people.
Yeah. A lot of people put Abraham Lincoln on a pedestal for, quote unquote, ending slavery, but there's a lot more there. And whether Abraham Lincoln did not single-handedly, like, do the Declaration of Independence and end slavery.
He almost didn't.
Yeah,
It was
correct.
such a politically motivated move.
Yes, and it didn't, read about Juneteenth. Like, y'all, It's
It
not
wasn't
what you
a
think. It's not what we were
click of a
taught.
button.
It's not what we were taught in school about how, like, he was the white savior of America's greatest sin of slavery. It's like, no. Not exactly.
I mean, if you're fully believing a soundbite like that at this age in 2025, you should not do that.
Yeah, I mean, we really have to be mindful of our media literacy, and we were obsessed with getting all of our news as quickly and soundbitey as possible. We are a TikTok generation. I get it. It's like easy to fall into that wormhole, but
It's a
gotta
form of entertainment. It's
Yeah.
like it's confirmation bias.
we are required to go deeper and unpack more things.
Nothing is that simple. Everything has nuance. Everything is complex. You can't look back 150 years ago and be like, oh, A led to B led to C. The end. That's not how that, as we'll get into, not exactly how that works. So it wasn't until after the election that it came out that this pamphlet was a hoax the whole time, which was made up by two Democrat dudes in New York. The term miscegenation applies to white and black people, mostly in the United States, reproducing. But there are all sorts of racial intermixing opinions that took on other names throughout the U.S. and the rest of the world, because there are a myriad types of peoples and races and ethnicities and all that. That's the beautiful thing about our planet.
Yeah. And the audacity of putting laws in place not to allow interracial marriage and the potential creation of mixed race children while slave owners were not punished in any way, shape, or form for the acts of sexual violence against their own enslaved quote unquote property.
We'll get to it. You know we'll get to it, baby. So although we have this vision of the U.S. as a melting pot, like, all these cultures coming together and we're creating something new and beautiful, a tapestry, opinions on the desirability of such intermixing, including that between white Protestants and Irish Catholic immigrants, which if you're just looking at two people in a room, they'll both look white.
Yep.
Were divided. Opinions were divided. In Spanish America, so that would include Mexico, Central American, the Caribbean, and Spanish-speaking South American countries, the term, I'm gonna fuck this up, mestizaje,
Okay.
mestizaje, there we go, derived from mestizo, is a term used to describe a person who is the offspring of an indigenous American and a European. The main reason why there are so few remaining indigenous peoples of Central and South America, besides genocide,
Right.
we're just talking how the genetics sort of shaped up, is because of the persistent and pervasive genetic mixing between the Iberian colonists, so Iberia meaning basically Southwest Europe, like Spain, Portugal, and the indigenous American population, which is... So those two combos are the most common combos. This explains why Latinos in North America, the vast majority of whom are immigrants or descendants of immigrants from Central and South America, carry an average of 18% Native American ancestry and 65.1% European ancestry, again, mostly from the Iberian Peninsula. So it's just it's interesting to me how they could put together an average that remained significantly consistent of which people were mixing with the indigenous people of these specific areas. And that it never really went too far enough beyond that to warrant a new combo. You know what I mean? Along with Spanish, there are words in French and Portuguese for mixed bloodlines. And while they're not really considered pejorative in all circumstances, they were all established during the colonial era in Spanish-speaking Latin America. So power dynamics, hierarchy, caste systems.
Right.
A lot of this.
The intention, the potential harm of language is going to vary over time. And,
Exactly.
We also understand how previously pejorative or harmful terms can be reclaimed by the communities that were harmed by those terms. So, yeah.
Language is very important.
Language is important. Context is important. Cultural significance is important. Knowing your fucking lane is important as white people.
Yeah. knowing your fucking lane. So in Brazil, which would be Portuguese-speaking South America, there is controversy whether class lines, and it's same within the United States, but I think it's different and it's more intense than in Brazil. There's controversy whether class lines really are drawn along socioeconomic lines or straight up racial ones. Statistically, Black, Brown, and Indigenous Brazilians have disadvantaged social indicators in comparison to the white population. Go fucking figure. And there's a phenomenon. Okay, this is another word that I would not say in my regular life, but it has come up multiple times in my notes from reliable sources. This phenomenon is known as the mulatto escape hatch.
Weird.
Which affords a person upward social mobility for like becoming lighter skin.
Sure.
So maybe not an individual, but your genetic line.
Yeah, and Brazil is being used here as an example where there's like a lot of study about this, but obviously these hierarchies also exist in the United States and all over the world.
Yes. Yep. Historically, migrating peoples leads to interracial mixing. I was thinking about when we were in Crete a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about like in some of the artwork from like 1300 BCE.
Was it the Minoan artwork? Like the Minoan era?
It was the Minoans, and they had they had paintings of, what was it, lions? Was it lions?
That people were riding?
It was some animal.
If you're talking about the ones that people were riding.
No, I'm not talking about the bulls. I'm talking about an animal that did not exist there.
Oh, yeah, it was lions.
That they had the paintings of, and our guide was telling us, well, yeah, they have this like really intricate trade system, and they have constant communication with peoples from Africa and like Egypt, and they would intermarry and go to each other's places, and that they had these
things they'd never fucking seen before on their tiny island.
And the people who came over from Egypt could look at this artwork and like remember home, which I just thought was human migration. The history of human migration is so fucking fascinating,
and cross-cultural influence just existing since basically humans.
Prehistory.
Yeah, it's wild.
Africa is another example. They have a long history of mixing with non-Africans since as far back as we go.
Right, before colonization was like the main reason. But yeah. But there was a lot of, the connection to Europe through Africa, and just a lot of like migrating back and forth.
A lot of trading.
Yeah, a lot of trade.
Trade routes. And when a lot of trade amped up, there was even more of this intermingling.
Well, it makes sense because, I mean, it's pretty understood anthropologically that, like, human life, I mean, everything, our continents used to be obviously essentially like one spot or much closer quarters, and then like human life almost like originated in that region, and then everything branches off.
It's spread out so fast. Like,
considering they didn't
just wander the fuck around.
Right. It's not like they were hopping on a cruise ship or a plane. Like, it was pretty incredible the lengths to which people truly did travel for survival and exploration, and it's wild.
Well, I mean, before we had agriculture.
Oh, yeah. It was like all hunting,
It was all nomadic, tribal stuff. So, of course, they were just walking around all over the place.
All over the world.
All over the world. All over the world.
Unfucking real. Can you imagine? It's like...
The Polynesian seafarers?
I know.
Get the fuck out of here.
I know.
That is... I don't know how anyone could do that ever with any kind of materials.
I just have a hard time believing that human beings are smarter now than they once were, because we had to just...
They're fucking not.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Maybe
There's
some.
no way.
But...
Oh my God.
I mean, this was like brilliant feats of engineering, travel, navigation, like the development of agriculture, hunting. It was a crazy time.
It was a crazy time.
You had to be pretty brilliant.
Talking about it like it was college.
I know, right?
That was a crazy time.
Remember back then? Pre-Minoan?
Can you believe we did that?
We were crazy in our 20s.
Literally 20th millennia BC.
The year 20.
Okay, so interracial marriage was common during the Arab slave trade. So this was like the Middle Ages to the early modern period. involving enslaved peoples from sub-Saharan Africa, the North Caucasus, Central Asia, and Europe. Foreign non-Muslim slave concubines, so foreign non-Muslim slave concubines often became wives of their enslavers, and intermarriage was accepted in Arab society if the husband was himself Muslim. In Asia, countries like India, China, and Japan experienced interracial unions through trade, colonization, and migration, contributing to diverse genetic and cultural landscapes. I love Asia. The concept of Asia used to give me anxiety just because it seemed so foreign. My God.
And just massive, vast.
Huge. Love it. Fucking love it. Hungary and France saw mixed marriages through historical conquests and colonialism. For example, between Vietnamese men and French women during the early 20th century when France colonized Vietnam.
Yep. Which is, obviously a violent history, but my God, that the French influence, like the perfect marriage, quite literally, of the two culinary influences. Vietnamese food is some of my favorite. It's so good.
Vietnam is my favorite place I've ever been.
Get a Vietnamese crepe, like a scallion pancake.
Bullshit. We got to get through this. I gotta go. I gotta go eat something. While now internationally protected under the UN's The Universal Declaration of Human Rights since 1948, granting the right to marriage, quote, without any limitations due to race, nationality, or religion, such unions were historically outlawed or socially stigmatized in many regions. For example, in Europe, Nazi Germany's anti-miscegenation laws sought to maintain racial purity, specifically targeting Jewish German unions. There were laws in apartheid-era South Africa, which also was like fucking yesterday. So going back a little bit more in U.S. history, in the colonial era and like the early republic, like back when what is now the United States was first doing its colonial thing.
Sure.
The first laws criminalizing marriages and sexual relations between whites and non-whites were enacted in the colonies of Virginia and Maryland in the 1660s. So there were different motivations for doing this, especially at this time, which we'll kind of get to. Maryland initially criminalized marriages between whites and enslaved Black and mulatto individuals in 1664, and Virginia followed in 1691 by forbidding free Black people and whites to intermarry, marking the first time in American history that marriage restrictions were based solely on race. Some historians suggest that these bans were, like the motivation behind these were like, what do they call it? A divide and rule tactic.
Right.
So if poorer white people or just white people in general weren't allowed to hang out with Black people or indigenous people, then they were much easier to control because they interpreted that as them being much fewer than the people who were in power. It's like what is that like anomaly? Like, oh, we don't want to mark the enslaved people. We don't want to like give them specific uniforms to wear because then they'll realize how many of them they are and they'll take over. It was potentially a divide and rule tactic by the planter elite after uprisings like Bacon's Rebellion, to separate the labor force into whites and Blacks and also indigenous people. And later, Asian immigrants in the U.S. By 1776, 7 of the 13 colonies enforced such laws. Even after independence, similar laws were enacted in new states, including those that outlawed slavery. So it wasn't as extreme as the concept of owning slaves. Right. It was more of a cultural, like, it was just a taboo that went beyond the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So such states as Illinois and California had these laws. Breaking these laws was typically considered a felony. Like, you go to prison. During slavery, frequent mixed-race births occurred, often resulting from the rape of enslaved Black women by white slave owners, as we mentioned.
Yeah, and that, like, color hierarchy, like, the role that child would then play in the household was often based on how light-skinned or dark-skinned that child was.
Well, that brings us to the notion of hypodescent, or the one-drop rule. the idea that someone with even one distant African ancestor is Black, no matter how light-skinned or white-passing they are. So this notion became prevalent, ensuring that children from these unions remained enslaved. It's purely economics. You can't, if a white slave owner raped a Black woman and had a child, and that child looked super white, then that's one less human that dude owns.
Yep.
So that's where the one drop rule comes from. During Reconstruction, many Southern states legalized interracial marriage. I don't really know why, other than they were just sort of defeated, literally and figuratively, but they couldn't really enforce it, and they were trying to repopulate.
You've seen, and obviously we are familiar with this story long before this film came out, but the killing of the Flower Moon and white men that were marrying Osage women. A lot of those marriages like that, interracial marriage wasn't necessarily quote unquote allowed or legalized for human beings who connected and fell in love with each other and wanted to be together. There was a lot of socioeconomic benefit in some of these communities to essentially, at least with the Osage people, like when these white men could come in and marry these Osage women, they would take over their wealth of land because they had access to all of this oil. And so they just went there to marry these women and to get money. And
Haven't we talked before about like the concept of romantic love versus like economic political strategy?
I think we have in other episodes. I forget what I say 90 seconds after I say it.
But that didn't, it was like, it was an ideal, the idea of romantic love, but it was not a reality for like the vast majority of people.
That's not how like marriage came to be. Most marriages were quite literally for the economic and like literal survival of the family unit, just to like, when we have we have this farm, we have all these girls, we need to like marry them off so that we can get a little like dowry and like, whatever, and then share some family, like marry these families together for political power or financial support. Like it wasn't about, but daddy, I love him.
No, it definitely wasn't. At least most of the time. So Reconstruction, most, if not all, of the Southern Confederate states legalized interracial marriage. So it's not even that they stopped enforcing it. They just dropped it altogether. But after white Democrats took power later during the Redemption, this was from 1865 to 1877. This was like a Democratic backlash.
Yep.
These laws were back in full swing. And things bounced back and forth for a while after this. In the 1870s and 1880s, the state of Tennessee repeatedly prosecuted and incarcerated David Galloway and Melinda Brandon for their interracial marriage. Of course, this was in the late 1870s, so I don't have like pictures of them or really a lot of information except for, I believe it's David's own writing. But I would like to at some point dive into their story a little bit more. There was a Supreme Court ruling in 1883 in Pace versus Alabama, which upheld the constitutionality of anti-miscegenation laws. However, in 1948, the California Supreme Court in Perez versus Sharp became the first state court since Reconstruction to declare such laws unconstitutional, citing the 14th Amendment, which is basically your let me fucking live amendment. This decision influenced other states, leading to the repeal of these laws in 14 states by 1967. So it was still on the books in the majority of states at this point.
While many of our parents were living. This is not, history is not that historical. It's not that far away.
It's not that far away. In 1964, in McLaughlin versus Florida, the Supreme Court invalidated a Florida statute that imposed harsher penalties for cohabitation and adultery by interracial couples. So they made it worse for them.
Yeah, because that's not even them saying you can't get married. That's them saying you can't cohabitate or have relations with each other.
And also, like, you're going to go to prison for even longer or going to pay even more in fines or whatever. This paved the way for the landmark 1967 case of Loving versus Virginia. Richard and Mildred Loving, an interracial couple, they had gotten married in Washington, D.C. in order to evade Virginia's law. They were arrested upon returning to their home state, and the judge who tried them defended racial segregation, famously saying, quote, that Almighty God created the races white, black, yellow, Malay, and red.
Good
and,
God.
And placed them on separate continents, and he did not intend the races to mix. Then why did your fucking guys come over from Europe?
Yeah. And
I can't.
literally rape and pillage all of these other continents that under your thought process here were meant to remain separate and like homogenized.
Jesus Christ.
Weird. It's a little late for that, dickwad.
Yeah, really.
The fuck? Also, we very much adhere to the understanding that race is a social construct. Just to make that very clear on this show.
Yes, but by his logic,
Yes.
goodbye.
Yeah, fuck off.
So the judge suspended their sentence on the condition that they leave the state of Virginia for 25 years.
The
Which
fuck?
I thought was
You gonna
really-
pay to relocate me? You fucker.
I thought that was odd, but then I was thinking of like, I mean, the end goal of these rules is to not have quote unquote mixed race babies. It's about the reproduction power.
Right. So you're just gonna
Control over
banish them?
reproduction. Well, 25 years, that puts her out of childbearing age, probably.
Oh,
So
my
if they were to
God.
leave Virginia, at least if she had a kid, it wouldn't be like
on the
Virginia's
Virginia
problem.
census, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only
Wow.
kind of motivation that I could really think of for that, other than it's just so absurd.
Yeah.
Who would go somewhere for 25 years and then come back?
It's just the
You're going to stay in
entire
a
state.
extended stay in for 25 years?
Yeah, this guy being like, not in my backyard.
So the Lovings appealed, and the case went to the U.S. Supreme Court, which unanimously ruled anti-miscegenation laws were unconstitutional, with Chief Justice Warren writing that marriage is, quote, a basic civil right of man, and denying this freedom based on racial classifications violates the 14th Amendment's principle of equality and due process. Does this sound familiar? The court condemned Virginia's laws as, quote, designed to maintain white supremacy. I think it's important to remember that as we close out. So this is fucking nuts. Public opinion has shifted dramatically in the last 50, 70-ish years. So in 1958, a Gallup poll showed 94% of Americans disapproved of interracial marriage. 94%. By 2013, this dropped to 11%. And in 2021, it was at 6%.
I would also be curious, who was being polled in 1958? Like, was it only white people who essentially qualified to be polled? And then in the later polls, they are much more diversified?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
how
I
Gallup,
think that would be a huge, huge reason behind that drop.
think
And that's not me saying that currently in the modern day, 94% of white Americans are against interracial marriage. I'm just saying that, yes, we've had a shift societally, and I wonder what the poll respondees' racial demographics were in the 1958 poll versus the 2016 or whatever poll.
I think that is a very, very valid thing to bring up. The only thing that I'll say is that Gallup is a really old and historically reliable polling. I don't know where they were at in 1958, but they have usually are good about adjusting for that kind of bias.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure. And I could be completely off. So after the Loving case, the remaining 16 state laws became unenforceable. So the remaining 16 states that still had laws.
Yep, they set the precedent. If it's unconstitutional here on the Supreme Court level, it is unconstitutional everywhere.
Yep. However, some states like Alabama did not formally remove these prohibitions from their state constitutions until referendums in the year 2000.
Yeah.
Like the people had to call for it to be on a referendum
To be like,
25
hey,
years ago.
can we get rid of this nasty...
Can we clean house a little bit? Like, get your white out.
It's history. States' rights. Fuck off.
As of January 2025, Kentucky and Louisiana still require couples to declare their racial background for a marriage license.
That's fucked up.
Though Virginia's similar requirement was ruled unconstitutional in 2019, interracial marriages in the United States have increased significantly since 1970, reaching 19% of new marriages in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Love who you love.
Love who you love.
Love has no borders. So
love
June,
love.
I love love.
Oh God, Jesse saying that on today's episode of The Valley. Okay, guy. I need 1,000
white hibiscus
flowers. Why can't they just do that?
They just hung up on him. I love that. June 12th is Loving Day in the United States, celebrating the anniversary of this Supreme Court decision. And as we can see from this, the Supreme Court is the law of the land, supposed to be, and they don't always get it right.
Yeah.
So when the United States Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade, there was major concern, specifically about Justice Alito's leaked draft decision, which relied heavily on a historical analysis. And his decision argued that rights that were not, quote, deeply rooted in this nation's history and tradition were particularly at risk for basically being overturned.
Okay, so we're going to preserve all the stuff that, like, the slave-owning colonizers wanted when we hard launched America. But these modern ones from, you know, the 40s, 50s, 60s, when certain things were overturned, those aren't rooted in... You know what? To be fair, he's fucking right. He's fucking right about, like, what the foundation of this country is and what this country is, like, rooted in. Rooted
in white supremacy.
Correct. So he's just saying it with his whole chest that that's what he wants to uphold. Okay. At least you're being honest.
I mean, he flew that fucking flag at his vacation home or whatever.
His wife or whatever, yeah.
And then his wife got in like a screaming match. So, I don't know. I stand the neighbor who called her a cunt. So he's basically
I didn't call
saying
you
that
a dumb cunt. I called you a stupid cunt. To read.
So any recent precedents just doesn't apply anymore.
Yep.
And this puts at risk so many everyone's rights, everyone's basic rights, which are seen as fundamental to the freedom to choose how individuals build their families, which is so fucking basic.
And personal.
Yeah.
It is not the fucking business of the government.
Keep your head out of my skirt.
Unless you're actively harming someone, it is nobody's fucking business.
It just comes down to control. Reproductive control, racial purity, whatever the fuck. Now we're dropping people out of cargo planes over international waters. Okay, so I'll close out with this. Our laws and what we accept as a society is a direct reflection of our morals and values. The actions of the justice system, the courts, the executive branch all set precedents.
Yes.
And if this one very small but important corner of our legislative history, meaning interracial marriage bans, only in this country, if that tells us anything, it is how slippery our rights actually are, and also how harshly future generations are going to view what we accept as right versus wrong right now.
Yep. And so silence about these issues, and
it's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable. It is an act of violence. I saw this amazing video. It's been going around for a while, but it's a young black woman, and she's pushing a glass of like red dye water toward the edge of a table, you know, and she's talking about how basically unless you are actively pushing against that glass of water, it's just going to fall and fucking spill everywhere. If you're just choosing to stay out of it, you're not creating any barrier for that glass of water to get through.
It requires resistance.
It requires resistance. So, yeah, it's fucked up. And we are living in fucked up times, and we are living in fucked up times that have been repeated throughout history and resisted against throughout history. And we can't sit back and, as we historically have, put Black and brown people on the front lines to advocate for themselves, the most, marginalized among us. We have a responsibility to be listening to them and following their instruction and participating. Yeah.
They do it because they don't have a choice, because this is
life
their
or
lives.
Death. Yes.
And if you think that you are exempt because you won't be affected
right away,
you
will. Your kids will. Your grandkids will.
People are dying, Kim. But really, people will die. People close to you will die. People in your community will die.
Mm-hmm.
And shit can get so much worse from here.
Yeah, it reminds me of, I know I've absolutely lost my mind to you over the three body problem before. And I did read the first book. It's quite good, but I have heard that the author does take it to a very misogynistic place in the future book. So I just am going to stop where I was.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's basically the whole concept of we know that aliens from another planet, another system, are on their way to Earth to extract our resources for their own survival. They will not arrive for 400 years. And there's a camp of people that are well, I only care about me right here, right now. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to be alive in 400 years. I don't give a shit about them.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously the camp of people that's we would prefer for humanity to continue to exist, but okay. So it's pick your camp. Do you want to be the one that doesn't give a fuck because it doesn't have an effect on you? Okay. I mean, that's between you and your God when it comes to the end of your life, but the rest of us can make different choices. Whoo, girl.
Read a book. Go read a book. Any book, any fiction book. And I feel like you can draw parallels between the obvious and apparent evil that is at the top right now and the people who are suffering and can suffer so much more.
Yeah.
If this keeps going. Mm-hmm. Literally any book.
Yeah. Yeah. I
anyway,
love you.
That's my segment.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm going to paint my nails.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break so Lucy can paint her nails and hit the Penji, and then we will come back for my segment.
Down.
But thank you for covering all of that. It's important for us to look at America's ugliest and most horrifying pieces, many of which we're experiencing right now as we speak, many of which are simply history repeating themselves. We have to look at it. We can't ignore it because it's coming for all of us eventually. And if you're going to be one of those people who just waits for people, quote unquote, below you in the hierarchy to die,
then you're fucking dumb. I said it. Then you're fucking dumb.
Then fuck you.
Get off your ass. Nobody wants to work anymore. Why do I keep quoting the Kardashians?
People are dying, Kim. There are lots of ways to resist. We understand that not everybody can get in the street. That's okay. There are lots of ways to do it. Connect with your community. That's all we're going to say. We love this. Okay, let's take a break now.
We love this. Well, we'll be right back. It's 2025. You barely have to leave your house for anything these days. God bless. Mm-hmm. And taking care of your mental health is no different. Telehealth has made mental health care more convenient and accessible for millions of people. However, some critical challenges like finding a suitable therapist, scheduling appointments, and the expensive out-of-pocket costs still keep many from getting the care that they need, and that's not good. We don't like to hear that. Rula is on a mission to make high-quality mental health care from a licensed professional easy and affordable for everyone. Rula has got you covered. They take most major insurance plans, and the average copay is only $15 a session. Mm-hmm. You can now get the quality care that you need when you need it at a price you can afford, and that kind of accessibility and affordability is so crucial these days. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, everyone can benefit from therapy.
Yeah, I mean, your mental health, like we say, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. So Rula is just such an awesome way to let us help you out a little bit.
Yeah,
let us help you take care of you.
My favorite thing about Rula is that not only do they set you up with an affordable mental health professional, but they also stick with you throughout your journey, making sure you get the best therapy and making sure that you're making progress. They're checking in,
Accountability buddy.
Accountability buddy. With Rula, every provider is carefully vetted and chosen for their expertise. They've got someone for everyone. You will always know you're in the hands of quality providers who are dedicated to making real progress in your care. And the first step on your journey to mental well-being is so easy. So you just go to their website. Rula asks you a few questions about what's important to you and then provides a list of licensed in-network providers who match your preferences. Then you can schedule your preferred time and meet with them as soon as the next day, which, of course, very important. So go to rula.com/gals to get started today. That's RULA.com/gals for convenient therapy that's covered by insurance.
And just got to shout out that, a lot of us have used online therapy before and have run into the issue that a lot of online therapy platforms are great and they focus on connecting clients with licensed therapists, but then there are shortfalls when it comes to medication management, and I am a medication girly. So Rula also has a wide range of licensed professionals, including psychiatrists who can help you get the care you need. So Rula really is the place to go for your mental health care, and if you're not, especially if you're not sure exactly what you need. So thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and overall well-being. Head on over to rula.com/gals to get started today. After you sign up, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent ya. Go to rula.com/gals and take the first step towards better mental health today. You deserve quality care from someone who cares.
Between work, errands, kids, Pilates, Real Housewives, whatever group chat is spiraling out of control today, life rarely slows down. But you don't need to wait for the perfect moment to arise. Romance is ready when you are. Whether it's a quick escape or an all-night binge, Galatea puts steamy, swoon-worthy stories right at your fingertips.
Yes, ma'am. And if you're wondering what Galatea is, let me tell you, Galatea is a reading app where anyone craving a little me time or just needing more of those juicy stories can dive into a library of romance stories that leave you feeling recharged and, frankly, fulfilled. There are over 1,000 bestsellers to choose, from shifter romance to bad boy billionaires, forbidden love, slow burn fantasy, teen drama, so much more. There's really something for everyone. Galatea is home to original series and standalone stories with an exclusive catalog of best-selling authors. So I love this because I'm not always going to be the one to sit down and commit to a whole book, but I'll take a short story.
Oh, yeah.
I'll grab a taste, babe. And they've got it in abundance. And they have new chapters and series dropping every week. So if you are a voracious, unstoppable reader, this is your spot. There's always something new to explore. Over 30 million people have fallen in love with reading on Galatea. Join now to indulge in stories that make you feel like yourself again.
Right now, Galatea is offering our listeners an extra 25% off on top of an already irresistibly affordable subscription when you go to galatea.com/gals. That's GALATEA.com/gals to indulge in unlimited stories for even less. Galatea.com/gals. Does your freezer look like a crime scene of forgotten leftovers?
Sure did.
Or brown bananas and
you're
really
never going to
old,
make that banana bread, babe.
No, really old ice cream. I never looked into my freezer for an actual viable option for a full meal until I discovered ButcherBox. ButcherBox delivers top quality, responsibly sourced proteins right to your door. There's no mystery meat, no sketchy sourcing, just better protein options at your fingertips.
Yeah, and it has so much stuff. I love their meat options. I have pork ribs in my freezer right now, just waiting for the summer insanity to calm down so I can get some friends together so we can grill them. I made a steak the other day. I never felt super comfortable preparing meat, and just this has made it so easy. But they have the 100% grass-fed beef, which is awesome, but they also have free-range organic chicken. They have pork raised crate-free, so those pork ribs, that's also a crate-free and really nicely treated meat that you can trust, and wild-caught seafood.
So good.
Like, they have so much. All ButcherBox proteins are sourced from partners who meet strict animal welfare and sustainability standards. So I know when you hear like wild caught, that can make you kind of nervous. You know, we have these back and forth between, well, should I be doing farm, like fish farm fresh? There are sustainable practices for wild caught seafood, and ButcherBox uses them. It is so great. That means no antibiotics, no added hormones ever. You're getting your good meat, girl. So whether you're feeding a growing family or trying to eat clean without the stress, ButcherBox offers curated or fully customizable plans that fit your schedule and your preferences. So maybe you're not a red meat family. I know we don't eat very much, so I go like way less on the beef and pork products, mostly because of like Bill's preferences, but we will go hard on the chicken and the seafood. It's very customizable. Delivery is so easy so that you're making sure you don't just have like a box of meat sitting outside for days if you're not going to be home. It's so great. And as a certified B Corp, ButcherBox is committed to high standards. So that goes from how the animals are raised and fed and how they are treated to how their team supports workers and reduces environmental impact. Plus, every box ships free always and includes member-only perks like recipe inspiration, which I love, especially if you're not like a huge meat at home person. It like helps you figure out how to cook it. They offer tips. They have exclusive deals to help you make the most of every meal. It's just like the best service ever. I love it.
I was at the grocery store yesterday and I was like, okay, I'm going to make spaghetti for dinner. Oh, wait, I already have the ground beef at home in the freezer. It's just so nice to just have it arrive frozen. You throw it in your freezer. It's already there. Mm-hmm. Right now, ButcherBox is offering our listeners $20 off their first box and free protein for a year. Go to butcherbox.com/gals to get this limited time offer and free shipping always. That's butcherbox.com/gals. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you. Sometimes in life, there are some hard facts, and it's important to know the truth. And one truth is that, unfortunately, 50% of all dogs over 10 years old will die of cancer. And the other 40 to 50% suffer miserably from skin issues or joint problems. And this is widely attributed to your dog's diet. Like, think about it. They eat kind of the same thing every day.
Yeah.
And it's not usually great. So these numbers are what inspired naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black to create Rough Greens. And that leads us to the good news. With thousands of testimonials and 5-star reviews every month, Rough Greens is now the #1 all-natural dog supplement in America. They have helped millions of puppies and also kitties like ours, helped them stay active and be healthy, and your pet could and should be next.
Yeah, and the best part about this, you know, the dog, your pet may have grown accustomed to the food that they like. We don't want to like necessarily change that up. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health, and we know how obnoxious and like literally stomach churning some food changes for pets can be. So this is just, like Lisa said, a supplement. You just add a scoop of Rough Greens on top of what they're already eating to make these massive improvements in their like wraparound nutritional support. So fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. You just cover shipping. Go to roughgreens.com and use promo code GALS. That's RUFF greens.com, promo code GALS. Again, you don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens.
And check out Meow Greens for your kitty.
This is my segment. Okay, welcome back. I am very excited to do something a little different today.
Okay.
So I, for my segment, have prepared a quiz. And I was concerned that maybe in your research, you had stumbled across some of these bizarre laws, but that's not what you were instructed to do by Mel, our amazing fan picker. So this will probably be quite hard.
Okay. I can do hard things.
You can. And you will notice a pattern that will be very helpful pretty early in the quiz. So don't worry. I will be outlining a BS law, a bullshit law, and then you guess the state where that law applies.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm already guessing what the pattern is. So I'm going to try not to think too hard about it.
After, there are not 50 questions, but you might be onto something.
Okay.
After I reveal the state, I will provide more information about the law, assuming I have more information, because some of these are just so fucking stupid and outdated and have like no rhyme or reason to them whatsoever. So
Are they like a horse can't ride a riding lawnmower in city limits and
honestly,
shit like
you're
that?
not that far off from a couple of these, but those ones like have a reason.
Oh,
Know what I mean?
no.
So
yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so if you're ready, I'm going to try to go to the next slide.
Okay, I'm ready.
Where is it illegal to play dominoes on Sunday?
Oh, it's got to be a heavily Christian state. No gambling on the Lord's Day. Go with Texas.
Nope. Alabama. Woo!
Can't think too hard about the theme.
Nope.
Nope.
This is part of a bigger law. So in Alabama, it's illegal to pretend to be a religious figure. You also cannot pretend to be a minister, a nun, a priest, or a rabbi. So like any kind of religious figure.
On a Sunday or at all?
At all, I believe. On that religious note, you also cannot play dominoes on a Sunday. You also cannot hunt, shoot, play cards, or like race on your bikes, motorcycles. It's like they connect these things with gambling, like being a slippery slope to gambling.
It's like having fun with your friends on a bike?
I mean, I guess when people bet on races, I don't really know about the hunting, why the hunting is, but like people will bet on dominoes or card games.
Okay, whatever,
It's
Alabama.
fucking dumb. I don't like it.
It's dumb.
Okay, next question. Where is it illegal for donkeys to sleep in bathtubs?
I'm gonna go with Arizona.
You are correct.
Yes, because I knew it wasn't Alaska.
You are correct. Oh, there's one I forgot to include, so I'll just tell it to you as well. No donkeys are allowed to sleep in the bathtub because in the 1920s, a local dam broke, flooding a rancher's home. The rancher's donkey had become accustomed to sleeping in the bathtub, which filled with water and whisked the donkey miles and miles away.
Oh my God.
After working to rescue the animal, the town passed a law that prohibits donkeys from sleeping in the bathtub.
Well, it would have just drowned either way.
It would have just drowned, or I think it was more that the donkey was found alive, but the town was like, we just spent so much time, energy, and resources to find this fucking donkey, or if it had like been in its proper barn, this wouldn't have happened
It
anyway.
just would have drowned. Then we would have found it right away.
Oh my God. So yeah, they're like, you can't do that anymore. So yeah,
What a
that's Arizona.
Arizona has too much time on their
Yep.
legislative hands, apparently.
One that I guess I forgot to make a slide for because, again, I did this 15 minutes before we were set to record. So I'm just going to read it to you and you guess the state. Section 18-54, sounding of horns at sandwich shops. No person shall sound the horn on a vehicle at any place where cold drinks or sandwiches are served after 9 p.m.
What the fuck?
What state?
I'm gonna go with Wisconsin.
Nope, Arkansas.
Oh my God. These really are all in alphabetical order.
It's about to get annoying. Here we go. Where is it decreed that if a frog dies during a frog jumping contest, it cannot be eaten?
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. California?
Correct.
What?
In
That
California.
is the last one I would actually guess.
In California, there is a health code that likely comes from the county fair and frog jumping jubilee. But this weird law goes like this. A frog that dies during a frog jumping contest can't be eaten and you must destroy it as soon as possible. I don't know. If it dies, you have to get rid of it. You can't eat it. It has to be destroyed. If it's been in a
It's
frog
already
jumping
dead.
contest.
Oh, just throw it away.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's no backstory to that.
Nope. Next.
Next.
Where is it illegal for women to drive while wearing a house coat?
Oh, surely it's not Colorado.
Also California.
Oh, I should have known.
Where is it illegal to wear cowboy boots unless you own 2 or more cows?
Colorado.
You guessed it, or you didn't. California. Okay.
Damn it.
You want to know what's so stupid?
The rest of them are California.
It wasn't until this slide that I remembered it was in alphabetical order. And I was like, okay, I could mix them up. I was like, but I don't have time because then I'd have to change the order in my notes and it will be a whole mess. So I'm like, she's just going to kill me. Next question. Where is it illegal to whistle for a lost canary before 7 a.m.?
Oh, that is very, very Connecticut of you. No.
Berkeley, California.
Stop. Why are we going back to California? Are we still in Was nothing in Colorado?
No. The last four have all been
I just jumped straight to Connecticut. Wait, whistle for a canary before 7 a.m.?
It is. In Berkeley, it is illegal to whistle for a lost canary before 7 a.m.
Who's whistling for a lost canary?
I don't know. Hold on.
Oh my God, Ray got so close to my candle.
I have the link under that one. Let's see if it'll say it. 27 strange laws in California. No, it doesn't really give you any more context. It's just a list from California.com. Let's see if there's other good ones. Between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m., it is illegal to walk a camel down Palm Canyon Drive in Palm Springs.
That specific road.
Peacocks have the right of way in Arcadia, including in driveways and all roadways. I love that one. Flying a kite higher than 10 feet off the ground is prohibited in Walnut. Okay.
Fucking Walnut.
Walnut, you fucking nerds.
Fun haters.
Kids can't be kids. Anyway, California. Okay, we're leaving.
Okay,
we're leaving
established.
California. We're leaving California. In what state are pickles legally required to bounce in order to be deemed fit for human consumption? It's like off of a plate or a table. If you toss a pickle down and it doesn't bounce, you cannot eat it. It does not meet health code.
So before any pickle that is consumed, you have to bounce it?
No, it's just that legally pickles have to pass the bounce test in Connecticut in order to be deemed fit for human consumption.
I'm guessing Connecticut.
Oh, did I just
you
say
just
that?
said it.
Shit! Crap!
Shit!
I'm so high right now. Okay. You guys, I found an article headline from 1948 for when this was enacted. And the headline reads, "Pickles lack bounce, 2 men arrested." So in 1948, 2 men were arrested for selling pickles that were, quote, unfit for human consumption. Discussing ways to check for good pickles, officials declared that a pickle is legitimate only if it bounces. The pickles in question did not bounce. So the 2 men were arrested and fined, and the pickles were destroyed.
From what?
I have more info on
Everything's being destroyed instead of eaten.
Everything's being destroyed.
Well, from a height of what? Because you could drop it off of like a rooftop.
I think hopefully this gives more context, but I think it's like a table or a plate. Like something right here where it's like, all right, boosh. Oh, she didn't bounce. I'm going to bounce a pickle later. It has to bounce off this big juicy ass or it's not fit for human consumption.
I think if it does bounce off your ass, but shouldn't be consumed.
Not true. This is from the Connecticut State Library Newsletter, letter, volume 15, number 3 from 2013.
Okay.
One of the most vexing questions asked of Connecticut reference librarians concerns pickles. Yes, pickles. All over the internet and in numerous humor books, folks read that a Connecticut law requires pickles to bounce in order to be considered pickles. This has even been mentioned in School Library Journal. So, many patrons want to know, is this true? Where can I find a copy of this law? Reference librarians in the Connecticut State Library's Law and Legislative Reference and Government Information sections have spent hours poring over laws, regulations, and ordinances in an attempt to track down the pickle law. Finally, in a stroke of genius, reference librarian Steve Rice searched the Hartford Current, one of the databases available to the state library patrons. In a 1948 article concerning the arrest of pickle packers Sidney Sparer and Moses Dexler for selling pickles unfit for human consumption, Connecticut Food and Drug Commissioner Frederick Holcomb discussed ways to check for good pickles. In addition to the laboratory tests used to examine the Spareway pickles, he told reporters that you could also, quote, drop it 1 foot and it should bounce. The pickles in question did not. Sparer was arrested, paid a fine of $500, the maximum allowed by law.
My God.
And the pickles were destroyed. So the next time someone asks about bouncing pickles, the state library's reference librarians will be happy to provide copies of the statutes and regulations under which Commissioner Holcomb dropped those pickles, as well as the more sophisticated statutes and regulations that protect Connecticut residents from adulterated and unsafe food today.
I love your
my news voice.
Your newscaster voice.
It is fun. Pickles
Your
lack bounce.
vintage.
2 men arrested.
Talkie box voice.
I love my talkie box voice. Next question, and this one will devastate you. In what state is it illegal to sell pet fur?
Oh, no. Like in what form?
We'll get
like
to it.
if you felted it?
Well, we'll get to it.
Delaware.
Correct.
Yes.
In Delaware, it's a misdemeanor to sell, barter, or offer the fur of domestic dogs or cats. Any products made in whole or in part may result in a fine of $2,500. I have a baggie of my cat hair upstairs.
Same.
And the craft book that you had in duplicate of how to make felting crafts with crafting with cat hair. And a ban of owning a dog or cat for 15 years after conviction.
Oh my God.
This includes
probably just
even
to prevent pet abuse.
Maybe, but it includes shed fur.
Oh, come on.
I know.
That's just wasteful if you're not using it.
I know. Now, for this next question. While this act is not explicitly illegal in most states, there's a specific legal loophole in this state, okay? In what state is cannibalism legal under special circumstances?
God, probably Florida.
Idaho!
Dang it. Oh, those people are weird.
Yeah, I don't have any Florida laws. I was like, I can't open that can of worms.
No.
I'll never get out. I already did 4 in California.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Idaho, cannibalism is usually illegal. You read that right. In most states, cannibalism itself isn't expressly illegal. Like, most states don't have specific laws around cannibalism. Idaho has made cannibalism illegal, except the law allows for cannibalism, quote, under life-threatening conditions as the only apparent means of survival. And further, how Idaho defines cannibalism is the non-consensual eating of anyone else. So, if you have a friend or a guy on Craigslist who says, I'll give you $5,000 if you cut my toe off, cook it up and eat it, and he consented to it, that's legal.
Well, you said by the only means of survival.
So yes, so here's what makes it confusing. Unlike most states, Idaho has a law that says cannibalism is illegal.
Yes.
But that law is written to naming cannibalism as non-consensual cannibalism. So that alludes to the fact that, yeah, cannibalism is illegal if you're like a murderer and you just like want to eat someone. But if the other person consented to it, or it was, quote, under life-threatening conditions as the only apparent means of survival, you will not be charged.
Got it. The Donner loophole.
Yes, precisely. And there's some proximity. I mean, like, I know Donner Pass is in California, but Idaho's not that far. So maybe that was actually an influence on that law.
Yeah. Some intergenerational trauma.
Okay.
The body keeps the score.
Body keeps the score. Next question. In what state is it illegal to lie about butter? You should know this.
I'm going with Iowa.
Woo! Ding, ding, ding,
Probably
ding.
because of the state fair, the butter cow.
I am also realizing I have not been keeping score, but it doesn't matter because there's no way you can lose because you're playing against no one else. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
And it's my birthday.
And it's your birthday. Anyone trying to pass off margarine as real butter is guilty of a misdemeanor under the food labeling laws in Iowa.
As it should be.
I agree. Obviously, every state has, and God, for now we have fucking Mr. Brainworm in charge and Dr. Oz in charge of shit, but there are regulations about like listing ingredients, which I know actually that is true. A lot of them have been rolled back under this administration, which is wild because people have so many food allergies and fucking a third of our population has some form of diabetes. Anyway, fuck off. I hate everything. Anyway. So, anyone trying to pass off margarine as real butter is guilty of a misdemeanor under the food labeling laws in Iowa. They specifically talk about butter in their food labeling laws.
Yeah.
Renovated butter, quote unquote, whatever that is, must also be labeled as renovated butter. Do you know what renovated butter is?
I don't, but I do know that the butter for the butter cow at the state fair is mostly the same butter every year. They repurpose it.
Hey,
they
Siri.
reconstitute it.
What is renovated butter? Renovated butter is a product made from butter that has gone rancid or that was impure.
Okay.
Yuck. All right, gross. Next question. In what state is it illegal to park directly in front of a Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh, well, okay. Dunkin' Donuts, East-ish coast.
Mm-hmm.
Maine.
Correct.
Yes. Can you hear me singing the song in my head every time I answer?
Yes. I'm obsessed with it. So, to be fair to Maine, this only applies to one specific Dunkin' Donuts. It is the Dunkin' in South Berwick. It is in South Berwick, Maine. It is illegal to park in front of Dunkin' Donuts. Can you guess why?
Because the door opens outward.
Nope.
Why?
Because those spots are reserved for police officers only.
Shut your fucking mouth.
No joke.
Okay, bootlicking Dunkin', what are you doing?
I mean, the narrative from...
Or is it a joke?
The narrative from the bootlickers is that it's because a lot of crime happens around that area, and so there's always police posted up outside of that Dunkin' Donuts. Not because...
there are always police outside of that Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, but I don't think it's because of what you think it is. Republicans.
There's so much crime at this specific address.
Yeah, we have to reserve those spots in front of the Dunkin'.
Oh my God, that's too
Have
good.
to. It's so fucking stupid. So I went to their statute on ecode360.com to confirm this because I was like, there's no way. And sure enough, code 130-15, parking prohibited at all times. And then there's a chart.
Oh my God.
Any street or other area designated as a tow zone, Academy Street, certain areas of Academy Street, certain areas of High Knoll Drive, certain areas of Main Street, and one of the areas listed on Main Street West in front of Dunkin' Donuts to a 0.25 feet south.
Oh my God.
The Dunkin' is listed in the statute.
This is where your tax dollars are going?
Yeah, babe.
Do you know how many hours people probably debated and...
We can for sure
with this
defund
shit?
the police. They have enough.
Oh
they have their
my-
parking spots in front of the Main Street Dunkin'. Okay.
That is too stupid. I'm so glad that you double checked.
Oh, a lot of these I double checked because I was like, there's how? Next question. In what states, yes, 2 states, one will be in the alphabetical order, the other will not, is quote unquote fortune telling illegal?
I'm going to say Maryland
Correct.
and Louisiana.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
They have similar statutes, but I only looked up the Pennsylvania one, so I'm going to read it to you now.
I don't know why I said Louisiana. That was the dumbest state I could have chosen.
Not true. A lot of Christians. She's not a
well,
Christian!
New Orleans.
Oh.
Didn't we see a fortune teller in New Orleans?
that actually was a really dumb guess. That was stupid.
That was stupid.
But I clearly was right there with you.
She's not a Christian.
Okay, statute 7104, fortune telling. Offense defined. A person is guilty of a misdemeanor of the third degree if he pretends for gain or lucre, L-U-C-R-E. Hey Siri, what does L-U-C-R-E mean?
Like lucrative?
Money, especially when regarded, lucre, yeah. Money, especially when regarded as sordid or distasteful or gained in a dishonorable way.
Oh, just...
To tell fortunes or predict future events by cards, tokens, the inspection of the head or hands of any person, or by the age of anyone, or by consulting the movements of the heavenly bodies, or in any other manner for gain or lucre, pretends to effect any purpose by spells, charms, necromancy, or incantation, or advises the talking or administering of what are commonly called love powder, taking or administering of what are commonly called love powders or potions, or prepares the same to be taken or administered, or publishes by card, circular, sign, newspaper, or other means that he can predict future events, or for gain or lucre, pretends to enable anyone to get or to recover or to recover stolen property, or to tell where lost property is, or to stop bad luck, or to give good luck, or to put bad luck on a person or animal, or to stop or injure the business or health of a person, or shorten his life, or to give success in business, enterprise, speculation, and games of chance, or to win the affection of a person, or to make one person marry another, or to induce a person to make or alter a will, or to tell where money or other property is hidden, or to tell where to dig for treasure, or to make a person to dispose of property in favor of another. So that's the offense defined. Part B, advertising as evidence. Any publication contrary to this section may be given in evidence to sustain the indictment. Competency of witness. Any person whose fortune may have been told shall be a competent witness against the person charged with violating this section. Is that not...
What's the word that comes before lucre?
Or...
Money or lucre?
Money.
Or...
Let me open it. Let me find it again. That's so good. I want that whole thing tattooed on my back.
It would just be a blackout tattoo.
For gain. A person is
gain
guilty
or
of a
lucre.
misdemeanor of the third degree if he pretends for gain or lucre to tell fortunes or predict future events.
Where to hunt for buried treasure. God, fun police. These guys need to loosen their undies. This is ridiculous.
But this makes me wonder if that means that it is illegal in Maryland and Pennsylvania for police or investigators to engage with psychic tips.
Probably.
Because we know
it'd be
that's
for gain or lucre.
For gain or lucre. But they don't specifically say that. I mean, they'll go as far as to say looking for buried treasure, but not like finding a deceased person or contacting a deceased person.
Ugh, they just hate women, witches.
Honestly.
That's my takeaway.
She's a witch. Okay. Ooh. We have a couple more. In what state is it illegal to oil or grease pigs?
What monstrous state could this be?
I don't know. I support it, actually.
I'm going to say Michigan.
Minnesota.
But it's... What? You can't even grease pigs?
Okay, but it's in a specific context. In Minnesota, any contest where contestants have to try to capture a greased or oiled pig is illegal. Which I think that that's fair. We shouldn't be chasing these poor fuckers around, freaking them out, trying to grab them. Not cool.
Well, no, but can't you just say you can't have a contest based on catching a pig? I mean, not like you can't grease a pig.
Maybe, but I feel like pig catching or like herding, things like that are just like part of the culture that they didn't want to go that far. They just wanted to like do some harm reduction and be like, okay, you can't oil the pigs, both to keep the contest fair and to like not totally fuck with the pig. Can we leave these pigs alone? They've also outlawed turkey scrambles, which is some other kind of
Sounds
game.
delicious.
I know, right? I've definitely had a turkey sausage scramble in Minnesota, so I know it's not that. But like it's probably some sort of game like pig wrangling or pig catching. It's like turkey grabbing.
Yeah, okay.
Leave these animals alone.
I just feel like they could have found a way to make it a bit more specific.
No, non-oiled or greased pigs seem to be perfectly within legal bounds.
All right.
So I don't know. Next.
Oh,
In what state, this one's really fucked up. In what state is it illegal to marry if you have a sexually transmitted infection?
illegal to marry.
Correct.
Oh, Mississippi?
Nebraska.
Yeah, you're skipping all around.
Known as Nebraska's VD law. Jesus Christ.
Ish.
Marrying if you have an STI is illegal in Nebraska, even though Nebraska does not require any sort of panels, blood tests, or medical history in order to get a marriage license. So the law is not enforced, but it's on the books.
Hey, that kind of ties back to our interracial marriage,
Yeah,
the DNA test
Precisely.
or whatever. At least some sort of like a testing.
and I'm not
Sick.
always like against certain blood testing to avoid things like incest accidentally or on purpose.
Yeah,
or
but
no,
this
you know,
just seems like
to protect
mind your
certain
business.
people, but
is this really the government's
this
lane?
is not that.
Yeah.
No, this is fucked up and very discriminatory and like very stigmatizing against people with STIs. So many people have them. Like,
Yeah.
so many people, and they run the gamut in terms of, you know, what is
Implications.
yeah, what the implications
causes,
are, what the treatments are. Like, it's, you know, a fucking, everybody's got HPV. None of us can get married. Like, fuck off. It's just,
Yeah.
I was, like, my jaw was on the floor when I read that. Like, that is, Nebraska, bring this up at your next fucking legislative hearing, because this is
Mind your own
ridiculous.
business,
Mind your own fucking
honestly.
business. All right, next question. What state requires folks elected to public office to acknowledge the existence of a higher power?
Woo,
So they
all
don't
right.
have to be Christian, but they have to acknowledge the existence of some sort of higher power, whatever that may be.
Going with North Dakota.
Texas.
Oh, I wasted my Texas card earlier.
Yep. Let me pull up this article quick, because again, I was like, that cannot be real. But the headline from KHOU.com is unenforceable Texas Constitution provision prevents atheists from holding public office.
Unenforceable.
Correct. And Texas is one of 7 states that has a defunct provision in its constitution barring atheists from holding public office.
Wow.
So it says, don't believe in a, quote, supreme being. According to an unenforceable provision in the Texas Constitution, you shouldn't be able to hold public office. So you, like, have to, it says, people wishing to run for office in Texas must acknowledge a supreme being. If not, they could be subjected to religious testing, whatever that is. You don't have to.
What the fuck is that?
Girl, I don't
That
know.
sounds like Scientology. They hook you up to that machine
Yeah.
to like see how holy you are or whatever the fuck.
This says you don't have to believe in any particular God, but you do have to believe in some sort of superior or supreme being.
Oh, fuck off.
I know, right?
Mind your own business. Like, God.
All right, this is the last one.
Okay.
In what state is cheese legally required to be, quote, highly pleasing?
Please be Wisconsin.
Correct!
Yay!
Ding, 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 ding.
Their cheese is highly pleasing.
It is. According to Wisconsin state legislature, non-tasty cheese is technically a punishable offense. According to the law, state-certified cheeses like Munster, Cheddar, Colby, and Monterey Jack must be highly pleasing to be basically allowed to be sold anywhere in Wisconsin. And if it's not
Well,
good cheese, you can get in
They
trouble.
rely on their cheese. They don't want to. They don't want to have a bad rap for their
They're
cheeses.
protecting
you know?
their cheese economy.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
their cheese economy.
Yes. So anyway, that is my segment.
Yay! Good job.
I told you it would be fun.
It was fun.
we went down some donkey holes and found some
No
good
donkeys
cheese.
in a bathtub.
Do not put your donkey in the bathtub.
For gain or lucre.
That fucking statute is
Can you please copy and paste that to me so I can just read it when I'm bored?
okay. Yes, but I tried to copy and paste it into my notes and something glitched really bad and it just wrote the whole thing on the same text line. So it was just this layered, jarbled, I don't know what. It like was scary. I was like, oh my God, did I push the limits of the spirits by trying to copy and paste this? But I can take a screenshot of it and make sure you have it.
Please do.
Will do. All right. Well,
That'll be my speech at Madeline's wedding. Fucking Luca.
I mean, I'm officiating. What if I just did that?
No, that'll take them way over their time limit of 4 minutes.
I now pronounce you
But
Fogain
let's
or
negotiate.
Luker. Yeah, no, definitely
For Richard Oporo, in gain or
Luca. Actually, I kind of like that.
I know, I kind of do too.
Incredible. All right, Mel, I hope we did
it
you
allows
proud.
you it allows you to, accept monetary funds by licentious means.
In thy marriage.
Oh, get it while you can. Get it where you can.
Always get it while and where you can. God.
Wow, this episode started off a bit heavy.
Yep.
But also, I think, fascinating
Agreed.
and important.
Important.
And your segment was maybe not as important, but
It was
definitely
important.
entertaining.
Definitely entertaining.
I learned a lot.
Didn't we, though? And that's what we should
did.
always be doing. Learning. Okay. Blanche and Beans are chasing each other around my office right now.
I heard the scrabbling.
Now, I have to go.
I have to go eat a snack and then start my birthday.
Yes, ma'am. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, and thank you to Mel for your very special fan pick. This was a ride.
Yep. I wonder what Riverside Tune 3 is. Let's have it play us out.
Oh,
Okay.
I like it.
That's cute. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
see you next week. Bye. Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Danielle Sylvan. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Our production manager is Andrea Gardner. For photos, sources, and other resources, head to wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can follow us on all the socials at Wine and Crime Pod. If you'd like to show your support and get access to all sorts of wine-fueled bonus content, check out our premium channel at wineandcrimepodcast.com/uncorked. Cheers!